Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bailey, also known as CringeMcCringle. Today I'm going to be talking about yet another Michael Bay movie leader class toy, but this one is one of the more rare ones. That's because today I'm going to be talking about Transformers GDO leader class Ironhide. So how did this figure come to be? Well, after the release of Dark of the Moon, where Ironhide was given the leader class treatment because Hasbro kind of felt bad that they let Michael Bay just kill him off unceremoniously, they decided to give him a repaint in his G1 color scheme. And while I am a big fan of Bayver's designs, I do agree that, well, they have flaws. In my opinion, a lot of these designs could have been more well received if they were given just a little bit of extra color. Ironhide's design was already pretty damn good, but now that he's in red, holy hell does he look amazing. Starting in robot mode, this figure looks stellar, and man do I wish it wasn't so rare and expensive. It's just so damn cool to have, look at, and mess around with. I had the regular black repaint as a kid, and it is one of the few figures that I still have from my childhood. Up at the head, we can see it is now entirely molded in red plastic. There are some gold paint hits on the sides, and there is this gray mouthpiece that resembles his original concept art. Pushing this lever down without the batteries reveals his actual face painted in silver. There is a way to remove the mouth plate if you don't like it. I actually did that on my childhood copy of Dark of the Moon Ironhide. I will say though, removing it does take away some of the sound functionality. Speaking of which, let me show you that while we're in the head area. Pushing this lever with the batteries results in Ironhide speaking, and he does have a few phrases. The eyes also light up when he talks. Moving down to Ironhide's chest, the upper portion has been painted in blue, with the massive main piece painted with silver highlights. There is also a nice Autobot logo tampographed into the lower abdomen. This portion of the figure also has a gimmick. Pushing in the blue painted piece will yield the same result as pushing the lever behind his head to make him talk. Pushing down the red piece with the Autobot logo causes his chest cannon to pop out, spin around, all while there's lights and sounds going on. Pretty cool if you ask me. And there's a second way to activate this feature just in case it's needed, or maybe it's the other way around, I'm not too sure. Nonetheless, there is this big gray piece behind Ironhide's head, and all you have to do is push it down. Moving on to the arms, they are mostly gray and red molded plastic, with each arm having a gold paint hit, and you guessed it, gimmicks. Each arm comes equipped with guns because it's goddamn Ironhide. To reveal the guns, pull on the smokestacks, and now he is ready to start blasting. The gun on the right arm is pretty accurate and features some nice blue paint. The gun on the left arm, while retaining that same paint, isn't really accurate at all, but I couldn't really care. Every other version of movie Ironhide came with massive cannons, so add this one to the list. Now we get to the lower half of the body, which is covered in significantly less red and a lot more gray. In fact, there's only 4 red paint hits on the legs, some on the hips, knees, calves, and the toes. Despite the lack of paint, the legs still look amazing as there is just so much molded in detail. There is a lot going on, and gray honestly was a solid choice to have this be molded in. It brings out all of the detail just like a gray resin prototype would. But it doesn't stop there with the legs because they too have gimmicks. Both legs open up on the outer side to reveal a spring-loaded missile shooter and a knife. The missile shooter is just a stand, please. It's a little bit hard to actually get a grip on the shooting mechanism, which is just on the top here. If you can barely see it, but it's kind of blocked by all this stuff, so can get it, but it also likes to spin and rotate, so you kind of just gotta hope for the best. And see, and it already shot. Okay, hold on, let's try it again. Alright, well, it used to shoot, doesn't anymore. That's a bummer. Okay, what about that? No. Alright, I must be doing something. Nope. Alright, this thing is dead. R.I.P. Let's at least aim it down. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's it. Yep, it's just it's dead. So that's going back. The knife is also a solid extra weapon for Ironhide that plugs right into his hand. Alright, so now we are going to go over the articulation for Transformers GDO Leader Class Ironhide. Starting off at, I know he's a little bit crooked, so well, I'll just prop him up like that. I'm still trying to figure out why. Anyway, his head can look left and it can look right. And then the arms do rotate, however, cable kind of gets in the way, so. And then it disconnects too, so he doesn't rotate. What are you doing, cat? You getting in my shit? Anyway, arms do go out. There is a rotation piece right here, but there is also this rotation up towards the top. And then, of course, he does have an elbow bend. Let me just reorient everything the correct way so that way it's not blocking anything. He does not have a waist rotation, obviously, because of the whole batteries and gimmicks and stuff like that. But moving the arms out of the way. Legs do go forward. They do go backward. And they do go out like that. We do have a thigh swivel right here. A knee bend. And we do have, if I can get it right, we do have a slight ankle pivot. And the leg, or the foot, does go up, but that's more so due to the transformation and whatnot. But yeah, so that is Ironhide. Overall, articulation is middle of the road. He does have a lot of solid joints that have good range of motion, but the feet, which are on pin joints, do make him pretty hard to balance. Even just having him stand straight up can be a bit of a chore to achieve because the looseness of the pin joint and the big heavy lights and sounds just combined all make it... You can get him into some good poses, but it will take some time. Alrighty, now it is transformation time for Transformers GDO G1 Colored Ironhide. This mold is one of my favorites to transform, so I'm very excited to do so. If there's any sounds that play while you do transformation, I will not know. I do not have batteries installed at this current point in time. I will be putting batteries in, obviously, as you've seen earlier in the video, but at the time of recording, no batteries in here. But we're going to transform him, and it's going to be pretty easy. However, yeah, let's just do it. So, usually what I do first is I'll just fold the feet up to make the back of the truck, twist this whole assembly back, do the same on the other side, twist it around, and plug them in just like that, and you've got the back portion of the truck made. Now comes the rest of the stuff. So, when you want to go up to the top, you want to disconnect these chest pieces here. Do so like that. You'll see that the arm assembly is tabbed in. You'll take that out, rotate them down. That one was in there a little bit stiffer than the other one. We'll rotate the legs up so that way they are nice and flush. Flip around this red piece here. Get that lined up, and now we can just sit Ironhide here. We will take the arms, and we will rotate them up, just like that. And we'll do that on the other side as well. Rotate them up, get them situated, and then you'll take these side pieces here, you'll fold out the side of the truck. Do that on this side as well, fold out the side of the truck, and then we just fold it down. Get these out of the way, they like to get in the way, so fold this down, get this all tabbed together. You'll also notice the windshield piece is missing. Right now I've only got one screw to hold it in, so it just likes to pop off, so we just, yeah, we kind of deal with that as we go. Tab these arms back in, if they ever decide to do that. Come on. They're a little bit tricky. I don't know why. I'm guessing maybe because this is backwards would be my assumption. Come on. There we go. Alright. So that's good now. That arm is attached. This arm, not so much. So let's do that. There we go. We'll just push this in for right now. And then you rotate that up. Tab that in on the side. And then do the same on the other. And everything should be good to go. And we'll take the roof piece here, just tab that in. We'll put the windshield back on at a later date. And by at a later date, I mean a couple minutes. Tab everything back together, make sure it's all christened and lined up. And now comes the last part. We just want to fold this down while also rotating the fronts of the truck. So we'll just do that first, actually. And then you want to tab in these tire pieces to these slots here. So those just go right there, right there, and then why do you not want to tab in? Alright, there we go. Just had to push it a little bit. My dog is barking. Why is Gel Bell barking? Alright. Tab, tab. Those pop out a lot. We take this grill. Be careful with the paint. You don't want to get scratched up like it was on my childhood copy of Dark Moon Ironhide. So just carefully pull this out and over. And it should be tabbed in. And I'll be right back to put the windshield back on. Alright, well, I just lost the screw. I went and picked it up off the shelf and now the screw is gone. So that's fun. I guess you'll never have this piece attached to him other than like this. So you'll just take the windshield here and tab it on. Now because it's not screwed in, we can kind of just mess with the tabbing a little bit. There we go. There we go. Plug this in. And now we've got Ironhide in his truck mode. Hell yeah. And here we have truck mode. By Primus is this a great looking truck. I personally love the GMC Top Kick 100% because of the Transformers movie, and I love the usual black, but there is just something about this Ironhide in red. Going over all of the small details and starting at the front of the truck, there is quite a bit of paint. He has silver outlining the headlights, the grille, an entirely silver bumper. The grille has molded in meshwork, a red painted GMC logo, and the bumper has the appropriate road armor badging. Blinkers are molded in clear orange, there's molded in vents on the hood, black painted mirrors, blue roof lights, a molded in fuel door on the rear fender, there's 4x4 tampos as well, and on the back we see more silver on the bumper, and of course the very necessary Autobot logo molded into the back tailgate. Tires have been molded to have some serious chunky treads with silver painted 7-spoke rims. Overall, the detailing of this truck mode is pretty good, which is what I would expect from a Bayverse figure. Also, this truck is massive, like ridiculously massive. Someone at TFCon LA in, I think, 2023 brought their GMC Top Kick to the show, which was actually designed to be an Ironhide replica. And my god. Here is a picture of me standing in front of the truck. Now, mind you, to give a point of reference, I'm about 5'6", which I know isn't tall, but god damn, that is a big-ass truck. Using this guy as a stand-in, and wow, that's actually pretty close in terms of scale. So, yeah, basically, Ironhide is a big boy, even in truck mode, and I love it. Onto the final thing worth mentioning about this mode is the gimmick. Robot mode had sounds, and so does the truck. There is a very well hidden little button right behind the rear window. Pressing it will cause the truck to make some engine noises, and holding it down will extend these noises further. And yes, the cannons do still work in this mode as well. Just pull back on the smokestacks again, and there you go. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Leader Class GDO Ironhide is fantastic and great in almost every single aspect. Yeah, he's not the greatest poser, but there's a lot else to love here. He's massive and massively fun due to a wide variety of gimmicks. Transformation is great. Robot and vehicle mode both look stellar in the new G1 color scheme. And if you're a Bayverse fan and you don't have this version of the mold, I highly suggest that you get it. if you can afford it. I know he is quite pricey, but I promise he is worth it. He looks damn cool. Pick it up pronto.